Hello and welcome. I'm Alex Mitchell, and we're in Overtime, the show that goes beyond the headlines in the world of sports. We have a compelling show in store for you tonight. We take a look back at a broadcaster with 6 decades in the business. Reporter Brendan May chatted with legendary broadcaster Ed Ingles. We're going to take a short break now, and we'll be right back with these stories. I'm Alex Mitchell, and we're in Overtime.
Welcome back. I'm Brendan May, working overtime. For our next feature, I profiled an interesting man who may be one of the most acclaimed and experienced broadcasters in New York. Ed Ingles has covered 11 Olympics, 35 Masters, Super Bowls, and thousands of collegiate and professional sports throughout his long and illustrious career. And he's still full of energy and stories. He shared some of those stories with me earlier today.
It seems like you've seen all and done all in this field of broadcasting, and some in your situation may have wanted to settle down. What is it about you that makes you want to, teach the next generation of broadcasters?
You know, when you get in a situation where you're active all the time and you're using up energy, it's very hard to slow down. I found that I've never been in a position where I want to slow down. I get tired, but I don't want to miss out on things. And if you hang out with young people when you get older, they energize you and they make you better. They really do. They give you a real good perspective on life rather than hang out in some closed community with old people talking about their ailments. So I've always decided I want to do this as long as I can because with guys like you.
If you were an exec at WCBS where you worked for 25 years or another kind of station, what would you look at in prospective broadcasters that you might want to hire?
Would you look at?
Well, I want to see somebody who has passion. That's the first thing. That comes in and really feels like this is what they want to do in life. The second thing I want to do is, does that person take the time to look and find out about our company? What do they know about WCBS? Have they ever heard the station? Do they know about the format? Have we changed format? Do we make money? I want them to feel like they came in prepared for this job, not just walking off the street looking for a job. If they don't act like they're prepared and know something about the company, that's a big strike against them.
Not only is Mr. Ingles a professional resident at Hofstra, but he also directs 3 summer camps here. One for teens, one for adults, and one for backpack journalism. I asked Ed, the current radio voice for Iona College basketball, about the future of radio.
Well, we're going to go into terrestrial radio. We're in the process of already beginning to make that change. We've gone from strictly radio, where now you see most stations have audio on their website. They have an org, as they call it, internet broadcasting. And the next step with terrestrial radio is to add video. We here at Hofstra are already thinking about doing that at this radio station. We'll send our students out with small cameras, and when they do interviews for radio, they'll also do it for video. And we can come back and put it on the website and begin to introduce video into our audio broadcast. And I think the internet, of course, is going to play a much bigger role. I think the way they deliver radio is going to change. And I think a lot of stations to survive are going to have to become very community organized and oriented.
You often tell students at your camp to go to a university that they feel like they can kind of stand out in and not get lost in the shuffle. Can you expand on that?
Yeah, I think that if you're going to go to college, it's important, obviously, to get the academic experience so that you get really good teachers, good professors, and you learn a lot in general and grow as a person. That's the first thing. But I think it's also important if you're going to a profession like broadcasting, you need a lot of hands-on experience. If you go to a really big school, unless you're really a top dog, unless you really have had some experience and you're really a good broadcaster, if you're just starting, you may get lost in the shuffle. It may take you a long time to get that hands-on experience. If you go to a smaller school with less competition in terms of getting on the air, it gives you a chance to grow more quickly and get that hands-on experience. The whole thing with our business is once you learn some of the basics, you want to go on the air. You know, it's a little bit like selling vacuum cleaners. The more calls you make, the more you do on the radio, the better you're going to get, the more you do of it.
Not only did I learn that the future of broadcasting is bright, but Mr. Ingles gave me a few pointers on how to better myself as a broadcaster. That's the final buzzer. For Cord Lehman, Charlie Mazzano, and Alex Mitchell, I'm Brendan May. Join us tomorrow at the same time. The Mitch Report is up next.